Dude, no way.
Alright,
We are back. Number 3.
episode 3, first ever episode 3.
Dude, look it up.
Today we have a special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I would love to introduce myself. I'm Luke Stokes, 219. You know, I already know the vibes.
Classic
Right down the hall
fellow.
from us. It's our good buddy. We met you What week did we meet you for the first time?
It wasn't first week.
I met you a few times in the hallway, but like I only knew you as Colin because I'd shout your name. That was it, though.
Yes.
You didn't quite know my name yet.
You knew my name before I knew yours.
Yeah. That's because everyone shout your name. You were in the books. You were in the books
dude.
all the time. in the
Yeah,
study
he
room.
was heavy in the books.
Yeah.
The first time I met you was in the bathroom.
Bathroom probably,
Yeah.
and then
You were like, "Hey, do you play guitar with Riley?"
yeah.
And yeah, we started that conversation. And he added me on Snapchat, and I'm a little loud. And then it kind of went from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember the first time I think the first time I met you was in the study room. You guys walked in, I was in there studying, right down the hall here.
Yeah, that had been. Other than that, I wouldn't know where else it'd be. Unless it was in the hallway or something
Who was
like
the
that.
first people that you met here?
Oh, I mean, it was probably down the hall. Like, I met Sophia, and I've known Sophia, but I met her friends and her roommate.
I'm gonna be honest. I still do not know a lot of the people that go here.
Yeah, I don't know anyone on the third floor except for maybe one. But other than that,
No, like the people that we hang out with, I barely know some of their names.
Oh,
I
really?
I know Brent, Lenny, and Haley, but that's like it.
yeah, I mean,
You knew Andrew. You
Oh
know
yeah. I meant like the girls.
Oh, okay.
I
yeah,
mean
yeah,
that's pretty much what we pretty much hang out with.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, unless we do go see Caroline and Abby down the hall a few times.
Yeah.
That's it, though. Other than that, I can't really think of anything. What's been going on with you guys?
You know what I've been doing.
Yeah,
I don't think
Class.
that's changing anytime soon.
No way.
Class,
funny.
that's it. That's all I've been doing, really.
Class.
Class guitar and lifting.
Yeah. Life of a college student, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't complain, but.
What's your major, Luke?
My major is GI Science, so
Would you like to elaborate on that?
Geographic Information Sciences.
Look at
So
this.
I like interpreting maps is pretty
Okay.
much what it comes down to.
Big map guy.
I like interpreting maps. So.
I've seen you studying for that.
Originally-
memorizing your continents and countries.
Yeah. I originally came down here for meteorology. I thought I was going to be a weather boy studying weather, and
I think I remember that.
yeah,
I think the first time I met you, you told me your major was meteorology.
it was meteorology at first.
Why'd
and
you
then
change?
I did not like studying meteorology as much as I liked interpreting maps. It's fun
So
in itself.
did you not like, what about meteorology did you not
So
like?
when we were in class, yeah, we went over the basics. So we learned cloud type, we learned weather formation, weather patterns, different things of that sort. All that mumbo jumbo. Well, I thought I'd be interested with that subject, but it turns out I just really it was cool, but it wasn't what I really wanted.
Wasn't for you.
Wanted to learn, yeah.
Yeah,
So we did some labs in physical geography, which that was the class it was in.
Mhm.
That's the basic geography class, pretty much. And went on from there. And then when I went to these labs, we were doing longitude, latitude, different orthophotos of maps of Lancaster, which
Yep.
is just up the road to San
Okay.
Francisco.
Oh,
different
okay.
roads, and really like that. And I wanted to make a career out of it. And so here we are, changed my major and on track to be a GIS major.
Very nice.
So
Is
that's
it is it true that every road in the world is connected?
So I actually had a fascinating thought. though.
You had an epiphany.
I had a thought, and I was just thinking about this a while back. But you step outside on your driveway, okay?
Yep. I'm stepping outside on my driveway.
You technically step outside of your driveway. You are technically, in some way, shape, or form, stepping on a place that is connected to the beach. In
It's
some
true.
way,
You're-
shape, or form.
If you're stepping outside on your driveway anywhere in North America, are you connected to like way down in South America? Is there roads that connect?
Well,
I guess that all comes down to like
Because there's
the
like
borders,
little
right?
tiny little land bridge between like the Caribbean and the Pacific.
It-
no, I think that's through the Panama, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Down
think
through
so.
there. Well, there's the canal down there that recently got blocked. That was the canal that got blocked.
Yeah.
And so if you take that road down there, if there is a road, I don't know, but if there is a road, if you take that road down, then I think you could make that trip. But realistically speaking, in just our nation, or just North America, there are roads. You technically are stepping on a road that connects from Canada all the way down to Florida, all the way out to San Francisco Bay.
Okay.
Which is kind of an interesting thought if you think about it.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Or how about this thought? You are in the nation right now. You are in the same nation as hundreds of stars, movie stars, football people. You are technically in that same area as them.
I had that thought whenever we were talking earlier about the Reds games. Like, going to a Reds game, it's not as amazing to me that they're, professional athletes and, like, the best in the world at baseball. Mm-hmm. Or, like, say you're going to a football game. Same thing. It's amazing to me that I'm staring at, like, players that are worth, like, tens of millions or hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, that is what gets to me. I'm like, holy crap. These people are making, like, millions of dollars today while I'm sitting here watching.
Yeah, the probability of you looking out from the stands, looking at players, you are probably looking at a millionaire.
Oh,
if not easy. Billionaires.
Easy.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Back to the thing, and this is another thing, too. So you guys are local to the Cincinnati area. Down.
We're about
a little
over 2 hours from Cincinnati.
How far from Cleveland are you guys from?
Like
four and a half. 4
so
hours.
Cincinnati is kind of like your city, or Columbus.
Well, Columbus,
Cincinnati. So
Columbus or Cincinnati is the closest metro area.
Cincinnati, it's like a ballpark game at Cincinnati. What's that park called?
Great American Ballpark.
Great American Ballpark. So you think about an average ball game, like, oh, I want to go to a Reds game. Okay, let's go to a Reds game. Whatever, that's a classic.
I mean, I never would. I'd go
to Indians
game, but yeah.
Think of diehards that would kill to go to a Reds game, but you take that game for granted.
That's true.
There's that thought too. I mean, I think about how I'm a Dolphins fan, and with me being a Dolphins fan, I would I would love to go see the Dolphins in their stadium. But there's people that just live in Miami that just like, you want to go see a Dolphins game.
Okay, yeah,
Miami. Okay, whatever. It's the same thing for Cleveland,
Well, yeah, I mean, I get that same way. I mean, I like the Maple Leafs. I would love to go to a Maple Leafs game, but it's in Toronto, so I kind of can't. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure there's people in Toronto that like, just like, we really don't have anything going this weekend. Let's go to a Leafs game.
I want to go to a hockey game. I don't even care which hockey game.
They're so much fun.
They look like fun. Everyone always... I feel like hockey's kind of picked up. Is that just me?
I have no clue. I started this season. The Leafs play the Blue Jackets at Columbus here soon, I believe.
Like, I feel like more people are into hockey than ever. Because whenever hockey season was in, everyone was going to the games.
Yeah.
I mean, hockey's I've never seen a hockey game, but I've seen on TV and definitely during the playoffs. So, I mean, they look
so much fun.
Being the fan base it is, and just so wild and whatever. It looks a lot of fun to go out and have fun with the fans and be in that environment too. Even if it's a Blue Jackets game.
Blue Jackets games are still fun. It doesn't look like there's any Blue Jackets game. I think they're done playing the Blue Jackets for the rest of the season.
Blue Jackets also just recently got established as a team too.
Yeah, they're very, very new.
Same with the Wilds, the Minnesota Wilds. They had recently, and I purchased the jersey for the Minnesota Wilds, and I wear that thing all the time. But that was
Blue Jackets.
I'm a fake hockey fan. If that makes sense.
I get it.
But that's a love hockey. I love watching the games. They're pretty fun, but.
The only parts of hockey games I've seen is ones that I've passed by seeing and here in the dorm whenever Devon's watching them. That's pretty much my extent of hockey knowledge.
Yeah,
get the puck into the net.
Yeah, I mean it's basically get the puck into the net and then fight somebody.
Fight, and it's not like fined or illegal. That's a part of the game.
It's not. They can't encourage it due to ethical reasons, but they're definitely not going to stop it.
So how does it work? In hockey, say you want to fight someone, you just throw the gloves?
You just throw the gloves and go at it, and then the rest will give it like 10 seconds, and then they'll break it up.
I thought it was the first person on the floor or on the ice that's the cutoff right there.
Yeah, I think that's
thumb,
what it is.
yeah.
I mean, I think once someone, but like if it keeps going on, I think eventually the rest will like cut it off after a while.
Well, it'd have to in case it got bloody.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be kind of scarce here.
Yeah.
But that's hockey's a brutal sport
It's
too.
very
I've
brutal.
seen some of those hits.
Yeah,
along
they're
with football, but
crazy.
hockey hits.
I think it's even like worse in hockey because you're just hitting
Dude.
ice, which is just concrete.
Yeah.
We saw, me and
Yeah.
Devon were sitting in here one day, we looked up like the worst hockey injuries ever on YouTube. Dude, there's like videos of people getting their necks cut open by
skates. Yeah,
Yeah.
sliced by skates. And, and poked in the eye, and the helmet comes off, and they get,
I mean,
trampled.
you've got to be going faster on the ice than you are like whenever you're just
sure.
running in football, right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to, yeah.
I can't, like, how fast do you think they get up to?
Oh, we'll look that up.
Yeah, look that up real fast.
I'll look that one up.
Yeah, but
you know what we should do, boys? Doesn't Andrew play hockey?
he does.
He used to.
He does.
25
he
miles
did.
per hour. Oh my god.
We need to get a game going. I don't know how we could do that.
I don't know.
That would be fun.
We might have to do a little bit of field hockey.
Field
Because you got to learn how
hockey.
to skate first.
Yeah. Field hockey.
Yeah, that's like where you're on your feet, right?
Field hockey is just like
Dude, we could get a street
out
hockey.
in the field or like out.
Yeah, but you're not like wearing roller skates
Oh, no,
or
no,
any
no,
of that.
no.
Okay, good. Because
Like, we can get like just like a street hockey out here in front of Perkins.
Yeah.
Oh, probably.
It's actually
it's
really
really be perfect because
it's
there's
a
like
pretty
those
good
little
place
low
for it, yeah.
walls around the street.
Yeah. It'd be fun. No, that'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm going home Saturday real quick, and then I'm coming back up. But I might grab my baseball glove.
Baseball glove, yeah.
I might grab the old mitt.
Passing baseball.
That would be
How
fun.
long, like-
It's like little stuff that I just haven't done in a while.
Little stuff. Speaking of little stuff, and speaking of skating too, I've really gotten into longboarding recently.
Oh
You've been riding your board?
Well, not my board, our friend's board, but
Dude, I got my board in that trunk right there.
yeah.
We
so-
need to break them out.
Yeah, I'll take you on a little trip we take on near the hospital. It's a
Oh,
real
shoot,
cool,
really?
yeah. So it's got like lights and stuff. And
I say
listen
we
to
do it,
music.
man.
Cool.
Devin, did you bring your board?
I brought my skateboard. I would lag behind a little bit. I need to get like longboard wheels. You know
That
what
would
I mean?
be kind of cool.
Yeah, there's something to be said, like open road, even in a car.
Yeah.
Car, it's therapeutic. It's just you and whatever's in front of you.
Yeah.
Whether that be longboarding, whether that be on a boat, just you
Yeah,
on the lake,
yeah.
or whether that be you on the road on a highway.
For sure. I know 100% what you mean.
But
One thing I've never done is done a lot of sailing.
yeah, I wish
You're
I
from
did
the
sailing.
lakes, aren't you?
I grew up around lakes. Yeah,
You
I
probably
grew
did a
up-
lot of driving with boats.
Oh yeah.
I've never
surrounded
driven a
by
boat.
I've been surrounded by boats all my life.
If we want to count a John boat, I've driven a boat.
Yeah, if we're counting like kayaks, little John boats.
Little John
and
boat with a motor.
paddle
That is
boats.
fun. Sitting on a narrow creek with a little John boat and a little trolling motor.
Yeah.
You just throw your line out and then just do a little trolling, bro. It's nice.
Me and Jesse, we go on
Yeah.
a fishing trip every year. We take his uncle's John boat. Or no, it's his dad's John boat.
It's nice.
And there's a whole story there. You've heard the whole mishap
the whole
story about
conundrum,
fishing.
the fishing conundrum.
I guess I could go into the whole fishing conundrum
The
if you want
fishing
me to.
conundrum. What's the fishing
Yeah,
conundrum?
what you
All
go
right,
ahead and
so-
go on about it.
Me and my friend Jesse from back home,
Mhm.
he's a little bit more into fishing than I am, and his dad has a little, probably like a 6 foot, 7 foot John boat. It's got like a little electric motor. You hook it up with the batteries, and this was 3 years ago, or 4 years ago. This was 2018. It was November, so we decided one day we're gonna go on a little fishing trip with this boat. So he loads it up in the trailer. He comes and picks me up at my dad's house. It was early one morning. We were going out to Jackson, which is like an hour drive, maybe a little bit less. And so he picks me up. We go to get our fishing licenses, which we forgot to get beforehand. We go to this little gas station in our hometown, pick up our fishing licenses. And whenever we're walking in, we realized that the battery had spilled out. All of the battery acid had leaked into the boat.
Bad, bro. Leaking
So-
battery acid, bro. Not
Yeah.
good.
We're like, well, crap. So we use the backup battery. We fill up the other one, and we decide, well, we'll just use the backup battery, and we'll use the one we had before as the backup. And so we're driving there, and we're almost there. we hear some rumbling coming from the trailer. We're like, We look back, tires blown out on the trailer pulling the boat.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So we're probably 15 minutes from the lake at this point. We pull over, and there's this little farmhouse that's up on the hill next to the road. And we're like, crap, we don't have a spare tire. So we walk on up, or I think we actually drove the truck a little bit with a flat tire. We drive up his driveway and knock on his door. He eventually comes out. It's this old man. Old, like, farmer man. And we're like, hey, we got a flat tire. Can you help us out in any way? And he's like, yeah, I probably got something around here. We go searching through his barn. And we end up finding this little tire or wheel that'll fit the trailer. And so he's like, oh, just take it. You know, I wasn't using it anyway. He tried to give it to us for free. So we throw I think we threw like $20 in his mailbox on the way out. But we got the wheel fixed and we're on our way. And we're like, well, here we are. We're at the lake. We're finally here. And so we get out on the lake, fish for like 2 hours. We don't catch a single thing. And we're like, well, crap, let's go back into shore. We start going. We're going against the wind. Here we go. Slowly. All right, this motor's starting to putter out a little bit. Motor dies. And we're in the middle of this lake, and we're trying to go upwind.
Oh, boy.
We have a paddle.
It was bad. It took you guys all day.
This was a morning. I think he picked me up at 6 a.m. and we got home at probably 6 o'clock. So we're sitting out in this lake. We're moving backwards at this point. We're like, well, what are we gonna do? We have this little paddle, so we start paddling back. We're going slow, but we're getting there. Crack. This paddle breaks. I mean, it can't get much worse. Paddle breaks. So we use our hands and like the little end of the paddle. And we eventually we go to the shore, just like, perpendicular to where we were at that point, because we didn't want to fight the wind. We get to shore eventually. We get the boat dragged back. We're driving home. All right, get me home. I'm ready to go home. Car breaks down.
Oh, no way.
Bro.
Car breaks down.
So there's this expression called Murphy's Law, where everything that can happen will happen. That was literally the definition of
Murphy's
that day.
Law was enacted that day.
Yeah.
Murphy's Law. Where was it again? Jackson, you said?
This was in Jackson, Ohio.
Well, maybe no more Jackson, Ohio.
Stay out of there.
We've gone back 2 or 3 more times since then.
Any
we go every year.
Any instance?
Well, we still haven't caught anything. We've gone 4 years in a row.
So I think Jackson is just a bad fish port.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should go to Lake Hope. Place is nice.
But that was the end. That's the fishing conundrum of 2018. I'm glad I got that on. I mean, I've told that story a million times, but I have yet to record it.
It's a classic around the fire, Colin.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Have you guys been to Dow Lake here in Athens?
I haven't.
I have not.
It's called Stroud's. It's Stroud's Run State Park.
I've seen it. Is it kind of near the airport? Is that the one you're talking about?
That's Lake Snowden, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's near an airport. Because where's the airport? In New Albany or something?
No. The airport is like...
It's
like
a little south
miles,
a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, so
it's
you're talking more...
Yeah,
okay.
It's the other way from probably where you're going.
Yeah, Stroud's is real nice, but the lake, it's not necessarily a fishing lake. You can fish.
Yeah.
They throw some fish in there, but they don't breed them, so they don't stay consistently in there for a while. And they drain the lake every winter, too, because it's a man-made lake. Well, we first went out there. I had got introduced. So physical geography again, back to that. We had to do some research out there, and it was basically just see what how landscape changes through seasons. So obviously at fall, leaves change, things get colder, birds leave,
of course,
all those factors.
Classic.
Soil, everything, anything and everything that has to do with nature. Well, I'd never seen Stroud's to begin with, so first time I went out there and saw it, I was absolutely, it was beautiful.
That nice?
There. Oh, it's beautiful out there.
Check it out.
It's real small and reserved. It's not like the trails itself, the lake itself is not massively huge, but the parks, and the trails is really nice to go out there. And it's a nice little scenery change from, the college campus.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think some people I've talked to in my communications class said that they do mountain biking out there.
Mountain biking. Oh, I wouldn't. I mean, it's hilly. It is hilly. But
Gonzaga just lost.
did they? Oh,
Who lost?
Arkansas. Gonzaga lost to Arkansas.
Well, if your bracket isn't busted by now,
My bracket is destroyed, bro. It's so bad.
That's why I didn't start one. I knew mine was gonna be busted. I don't know this first thing about basketball.
I mean, I don't know a whole lot either, but just reading the stats and versus what's actually happened so far, it's crazy.
It never goes the way they predict.
Like St. Peter's is
no,
killing it right now.
and you can make about 500 brackets, and
I think that it was. I think that we looked up the
probability.
and I think wasn't it like 4 quadrillion chance of like filling out a perfect bracket.
Well, that's why you go to Vegas. If you get a perfect bracket, you win. You can retire right there.
Yeah.
You don't even have to go to.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
you can make enough money to retire, and then you'll give 40% of it to Uncle Sam, and then
There's
you have
that.
to keep
Is
working.
it? I thought it was 33%.
They tax at 40%.
I thought it was
It's something
33.
ridiculous. They tax like lottery and like giveaways and stuff like crazy amounts.
Shoot.
I mean,
Yeah.
I tell
the way
you
it
what,
goes.
the way we're in
That's
debt,
the way
the
it
way
is.
we're in
Yeah,
debt
I
right
guess
now,
so.
they probably need it. So, but
True.
that's,
Luke, where are you from?
I'm from Worcester, Ohio.
Worcester.
Worcester's about an hour south of Cleveland.
There are lakes around there. I've never been there before.
Small little pop-up ponds, lakes, nothing.
Oh, I didn't know. So you guys take
serious.
vacations to the lakes then?
Yes. So Lake Erie is pretty much an hour away from where I live.
Okay.
So where we vacationed on Lake Erie is a place called Marblehead, which there's a place in Marblehead that's lakeside, which is very it's just a small little lakeside town. It's what was I gonna say? It's a gated community, so it's during the summer you have to actually pay to get in.
Oh, really?
On Sundays it's free.
Wow.
But like if you're just coming in to visit,
Yeah.
Sundays is kind of the day to go. Go for a day trip because it's not far away.
Yeah.
It's like Cedar Point
Oh, okay.
kind of
Yeah.
thing because Sandusky's right by it.
Do a lot
Yeah,
of
I
people
got
just
you.
fish on boats out there? Or is it like a pier people go to?
Well, you have the classic. You can troll up and down Marblehead on Lake Erie. People take charter boats out there. It's just any other lake, or if you go out deep sea fishing.
Yeah.
Now Lake Erie's pretty shallow, so you kind of have to keep depth in mind when you go trolling, just so how close. But a lot of people, when you troll, you usually fish for perch and troll for walleye on Lake Erie. You can troll for salmon and trout too.
Oh, really?
But walleye is kind of the thing to get at. Perch is very big in Lake Erie too, but I don't really fish at Lake Erie
You
that
do
much.
need like bass fishing.
I haven't done a lot of bass fishing.
That's
Nice.
that's where we're from.
That's classic.
And
That's
I don't,
a classic.
yeah, and I haven't fished in forever either.
Really?
So I can't really say I love to fish. I really do, and I love the charter. When I have the opportunity to go fish, I do. But as of recently, and I mean recently, as in like the past 5 years, I haven't done a lot of fishing.
Oh.
Me either. I've never really been big into fishing, but my brother always has.
No, and I love to fish too. And I would say I haven't been the biggest into fishing, but I really want to start getting into fishing again too because I love to fish.
Yeah,
I really
it's
do.
really relaxing. It's really fun. It's something I do with my grandfather a lot.
Fishing by yourself is not fun.
Yeah, it can get it. To me, it kind of depends on where you're at. You're in a really nice place and you're only out there for like an hour and a half. It's not bad.
If I was buying some time,
Yeah.
plug in some AirPods, throw
Yeah.
a pull out. Sure, if I'd like go into a friend's house a little bit, I might go out and fish for a little bit. But like, if I'm 3 hours,
Oh,
it's a
dude,
great
I
day to
wouldn't,
go
I wouldn't
fish.
take a day trip to go fish by myself.
No, I wouldn't do that. It's not fun. I don't have anyone to talk to. I have too much to say on my mind. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
I
get bored fishing. That's my problem. But for some reason, I don't get bored hunting.
I get bored hunting so fast.
I go hunting every year.
What are you hunting for?
In the spring, I go for turkey, and in the winter, fall, I go for deer.
Deer. So they gauge it by points, don't they?
Points, as in
like how
points
many?
on the antlers. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the highest point count you've got?
8.
8 point. Is
I
that,
have gotten 2 8 points and 1 little spike buck.
that's just one, like 2
It's
singular.
just like 2. It's just 2 little antler spikes coming out of
I
my head.
got you. Yeah.
I shot a 10-point, but it ran. I couldn't track it and ran off from the
What'd you shoot it with?
It was with a 20. Yeah, it was 20 gauge. 20 gauge plug.
Yeah, that's happened to me. I shot an 8-point buck last fall bow season, and that's a whole
That's a whole other story.
I for some reason we're leading into these stories.
Yeah.
I shot an 8-point buck last fall during the bow season, and I tracked it, and it was a whole conundrum. Ended up getting the police called on me.
There's a lot of conundrums.
I'm about to say
I got some conundrums, dude. I really do.
I've never been interested in hunting. Now, I actually just recently tried deer meat for the first time.
Oh, really?
I think it's great.
And it's pretty good. It's pretty rich. I like it a lot, actually.
It's very. You can tell you're eating deer.
Yeah, you're not eating beef or anything.
Yeah,
It's not like oh, this is just like chicken. No, it's like fish. I can tell when I'm eating fish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, good fish is cooked properly. Bad fish is gonna taste like fish.
Yeah.
So, good fish it will still taste like fish, but
It'll taste
better.
Yeah,
better than fish.
Yeah, but I don't mind it. Like, it's kind of the good thing about salmon. I like salmon because it doesn't taste like fish. It tastes way different than any other fish. Very distinct taste, but I think it's great.
Oh yeah.
You cook salmon right, wild caught salmon.
Oh yeah.
Like slow cooked, oven,
Yeah.
some spices, bro. That stuff's good.
Another thing I haven't done. I take that back. I've done it twice. Well, 3 times. I've only shot a gun 3 times.
Really?
Hey, you got to whenever you come down.
Oh yeah. I'll
come down and visit us.
Sure.
If you got some guns and we got some clay pigeons or targets,
I guarantee you, Tate will be handing over his AR to you.
I'll shoot an old AR. I'll shoot an old AR.
Yeah, speaking of that, man, when you coming down?
So this summer,
man.
we got a couple trips in mind because number one, I can't stay away from Athens that long.
Yeah.
You gotta come back just for a little fix.
Yeah.
Probably come back. See old town. See old Perkins. After I hand her off, gotta see Perks.
Wave her goodbye.
Yeah, old Perk 30. Then I'll hit the road down, and I'll probably hit up
Old Minford.
Yeah, Old Minford. Yeah. Actually, it's funny. Is it Portsmouth? Is that
Portsmouth?
Portsmouth? Yeah. That's close by, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
like
20 minutes.
20 minutes away from Minford.
So that's where the tornado was heading.
Oh, really?
Tornado funnel cloud. I should say.
The tornado funnel cloud.
The funnel, tornado in reference. It wasn't quite a tornado yet.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, man. You come down, shoot some guns, go in the mines. Hang out with Tate. I can't wait to introduce you. Reintroduce you to Tate.
I love Tate when he came down the last time. He needs to come down for another visit.
Oh, yeah.
He does. He's always wanting to come up here.
That's a good
Tate's
time.
definitely a character, for sure.
Yeah,
he'll get you into some stuff. He always does.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it'll be a good time, though. We'll have a good time.
Hit some mines. Maybe see some demons in the mines.
Some demons.
Mines.
Yeah.
Now, are the mines haunted?
I've heard some mixed stories.
Yeah, I think people say that they're haunted.
I've never had any experiences in the mines.
Do they say it's haunted for, to make the mines that much better? Or do they say it's haunted because they've actually seen
Okay,
stuff?
so here's the lore. Here's the lore of the White Gravel.
I actually don't even know the full lore.
So, I live on White Gravel, which is the road that the mines are on. And I'm assuming they used to mine gravel out of there, some kind of limestone or something.
Probably white gravel.
Yeah, well, that's why Marblehead's called Marble. Marble, yeah.
Yeah. So down this road there's a mines, and apparently, they shut them down years ago, probably the 50s or 60s or maybe even before that. So they've been abandoned for a long time. Anyway, after they kind of became abandoned, apparently devil worshippers went in there and were sacrificing animals and stuff.
So it was the devil worshippers meeting place.
Yeah, or the Devil's Party Room is what it's called. So there's this room in the back of the mines that's called the Devil's Party Room, and it has this altar thing.
Okay.
And so apparently it's haunted because of that. Tate says he's seen a demon in there.
Tate.
Tate. Do I take Tate's word for
I
it?
would have him tell you the story.
I don't know if I want to hear the story because then I'm
Tate's.
not gonna want to go.
I can't steal his thunder with the story.
I don't know if I want to go and. I don't know if I want to hear his story because I feel like I might see some in the mines.
You might be.
So
paranoid.
I might just go in the mines and just call it a day. Just go in the mines and admire the.
Just take it in for what it's worth.
You gotta do a little bit of exploring, do a little spelunking.
Yeah. A little exploring, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm definitely ready for that. Yeah.
I'm just warning you. You gotta crawl in through this, like, gap that's probably about that tall. You gotta crawl through it.
So it's a little claustrophobia.
No, once you get in, it's wider than this room.
Okay.
Just getting through there makes you feel like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, once you get in, I mean, it's like you could drive cars in there.
Yeah.
It's like as wide as the road, probably.
Well,
it's huge.
Hey, I'm always down for it. A good adventure sounds pretty fun.
It's a very good adventure. It's a very classic adventure.
Oh yeah.
It's always just there. It's like one of those things. Like, what are we doing today? We're bored.
We'll go to the mines.
If it's a nice day, we'll hit the mines.
Yeah.
How do you guys think of those? And obviously this is kind of a little out there, but on the topic of like the devils and worship and sacrifice and stuff, how do you guys think of all those like mythical creatures that like come and kill
like
you?
Bigfoot?
Cryptids?
Like cryptids?
Yeah, cryptids. Yeah, so like what's one of those the
Loveland
Skinwalker,
Skinwalker, Loveland Frog, Mothman.
Yeah,
what the Loveland Frogman?
Loveland Frog.
Do you guys think that? Do you think there's something out there? Or do you think it's BS?
Well, only if you knew the phase that you and Caden, and kind of me too, went through with.
There was a time period. Yeah, there was a time period where me, my buddy Caden, and Devon, we kind of got real into this.
Ooh.
So we had this thing called the Cold Case Files, and it was like a research project we had going about every one of these cryptids. We had Bigfoot. We were looking into Bigfoot. We were looking into Mothman because Mothman's relatively close to our home, where the Mothman event happened.
From Virginia, right?
I believe
West Virginia.
so. West Virginia.
Mm.
We could always look that up. Where did the Mothman happen? Anyway, we got Mothman. We looked into Loveland Frogman, the Jersey Devil, which is
the Jersey Devil. He that's a goat, right?
Yeah, it's like a goat child or something.
Yeah, there was
Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
There was a file or like a series on Netflix that had all these cryptids. So like it had the goat man, it had vampires, it had all this stuff, and it was videos. Now the videos probably weren't true, but how they get posted. But like like they also had like hellhounds. They had anything you could imagine.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But I never always, that's one thing. I never really thought Bigfoot was. I thought Bigfoot would just be a chill dude that's just trying to live his life in the woods.
I just feel like my thought on Bigfoot is like, if Bigfoot was real, we would know. If there was a species of massive ape living in like the Appalachian Hills, we would know.
I feel like we definitely would know by now.
I mean, some documentation on it,
like
right?
Something.
Just like, scat or like foot. Like, I mean, they say they have footprints, but like legitimate footprints, a dead one.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's gotta like
fossils, something.
I mean, anything. I mean, how did we figure out?
Shoot, we found a T-Rex. We can find Bigfoot, don't you think?
Yeah.
Either that or he's got a killer hide and seek spot.
Hey, that's what they say. Hide and seek champ.
Hide and seek champ since the beginning.
Beginning of it all.
Now here's the thing, though, boys. We're talking about cryptids, but do you group ghosts in with cryptids, or are they kind of like their own little subcategory?
They're their own.
Because I don't know about you guys, but I have my own thoughts on ghosts.
Well, I think ghost is like the umbrella term for like ghosts.
Paranormal activity.
Yeah, paranormal activity would be the umbrella term for
like ghosts,
spirits, and then you have like your cryptids, and then you go off, and then you can branch off into some
I can see what you mean.
What's your thought on ghosts, Luke? Like, what do you think that all these people are just making this stuff up?
I think there's enough evidence that there's ghosts. I mean, if you think, let's take local Athens. All right,
yeah.
let's go up to the ridges.
Sure.
The ridges. If you think about how many people suffered up there and died, okay, so you think about all those people that passed away from whatever they might be doing up there. I don't know what they've all done up there.
Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows what they all done up there? But if you think about all these stories that people tell, you don't really pull that out of your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to like make up.
No,
And I think that it all kind of springs back up to like the individual level. So like everyone has. I mean, I feel like more people have ghost stories than not.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I don't think that like there's stuff that's happened to me that like I know for a fact that didn't just happen. Like
stuff that happened to me down here. Yeah, when Joe's gone, and when everything's out. Yeah.
And Robbie, my stepdad.
Yeah.
He has stories of he used to sleep in the convo for basketball camp in junior high. And he has tons of stories. Light turning off, those lights that have the string?
Yeah.
Click while they're sleeping, and it would turn off.
I don't like that.
And
I don't like that.
Like, the Athens, man. Athens and OU. I mean, these buildings are old.
Oh, yeah.
They're hundreds of years old.
Think about, there's that case that man or woman that committed suicide over at Wilson. And then another one. So the suicide happened, or someone died over at Wilson. Yeah,
where's Wilson?
Wilson's on West Green.
Okay.
So
What was this?
This was a while back.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how long back. I really don't. But back in Wilson, someone had committed suicide, or were doing some worshiping of the devil, or
Doing something.
Yeah, doing something.
Something that's gonna make this area haunted.
So then someone eventually lived in the dorm that the person committed suicide. Well, their doors were opening up and things were falling down.
Wow, that's crazy.
So this person, of what I'm told, ended up doing like a Ouija board or like a pentagram or something.
Yeah. That's just asking for it.
Try to summon it, right?
Yeah, try to
Well, I think she ended up like sacrificing her soul or something to like the whatever extraterrestrial it is, So then she ended up dying, probably from suicide or something of that sort. And then another person, I think, moved in, and then just more whack stuff was happening. And so then they completely shut that room off.
Wow.
So you can't even access that room anymore.
What?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, dude, what room? We gotta go there.
Hey, I don't know the room, but you guys are more than welcome to visit.
We do some
investigating. That's a little.
We need to get the Tomb Raiders back out.
I know, but wouldn't it be interesting to just go over to Wilson and look at the door at least?
I don't fool around with scary stuff. Don't fool around
the
with that
scary stuff. He doesn't like the scary stuff.
That scares me a little too much.
Like that's our thing, bro. We literally. I mean, what was it? Junior year. We found the most haunted places in our area, and we just started going to them.
You guys gotta go up and see if you can
get into the ridges.
Enter. I'll just preference it because it's a little illegal, but enter the ridges.
Yeah, let's just visit.
Yeah. How about
we need
visit
to,
the ridges?
We would never enter.
We need to get Caden.
Yeah, we do. Because
Caden
Caden was a big member of that.
And then we need to get your video camera with night vision.
Yes, I have a video camera that has night vision, and we took it on all these hunts. And we went to. There's a witch buried in a town right next to ours called Wheelersburg in a cemetery. We visited her grave. We went to what's that tunnel?
Shot for being grave robbers.
Yeah, I know. We did kind of like go into a cemetery at the middle of the night.
Post close.
What's that tunnel called?
Blake Hollow.
Blake Hollow Tunnel.
Yeah.
It's this concrete tunnel that was built underneath a railroad track that apparently a man fell into the concrete and died. And he's still like fossilized in there.
Oh.
So we went there. Where else did we go? We also went to the cement factory. Did you go to the cement factory?
I don't think I ever made it to the cement factory. I don't remember why, but I don't think I ever made it.
Well, there was this cement factory in our the town over as well. It was a different town. It was a little bit further.
Cement.
Like, you pour cement for your driveway.
Like
concrete.
Oh, concrete. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we visited this old abandoned massive cement factory, and apparently it flooded with like a bunch of workers in there. And it's
cement or what flooded in?
Like water flooded in and like solidified. Like we were there. Like you can see where all the cement is solidified. Like you're walking, the ceilings are like you have to like squat down because the cement filled the building up and like covered stuff.
It's crazy.
So you're walking head to the ceiling, and that was pretty creepy too. We did all this stuff, man. We went deep.
Covered bridge was the funniest.
The covered bridge as well.
The covered bridge was funny because
that's not
it was
really
just
haunted.
A bridge.
Yeah, it was just like this covered bridge in our town. You know, it was like those red covered bridges that go over. Well, we went to one of those and we all peed on it.
Yeah, that was it.
Nice.
Yeah.
We never had anything super like spooky near us. We had a bridge. I forgot the name of the bridge, but apparently people like Klansmen come, like KKK meet there, and like devil worshippers or any of that stuff come and meet there. So like the thing is you go out and you at night and see if you can see any of the demons that come and possess and all that stuff. Oh, the bridge is pathetic. It's a bridge. You go over the bridge and be like, oh yeah, we went over the bridge. That's it. That's it. You know, it's nothing serious, but
I think a lot of what people I'll say, I think that some paranormal stories have some validity to them, but I think that a lot of, you know, especially with ghost stories, I mean, they always are happening in like low light conditions. It's usually at night. You're probably tired anyway. You're already freaked out a little bit.
Yeah.
You're on edge. You see something out of the corner of your eye.
I'm a little more skeptical when it comes to ghosts. I don't really know. I don't have it proof.
I think that too. Like I'm skeptical of some stuff about ghosts, but there is just some stuff like that's happened to me that it's like I don't know how to explain.
I guess that's fair enough. I really haven't had anything like that happen to me yet, so
yeah.
I have one scary event. Now, I have bad sleep paralysis. So I also do imagine.
That sounds scary, bro.
I imagine there are things there that aren't, and it happens quite frequently. Actually, it happened recently. Nothing like freaky, but like I imagined something that wasn't there.
Yeah.
So do you imagine? Sorry to interrupt.
No.
Do you just imagine like a figure, or like what are you imagining?
In my sleep, I'll think that this is so realistic, and then I'll actually wake up and think it's there, but it's not.
Is it like a person?
So here's a story. When we first moved in, this is second week, I think. So I had been out the night before, and then I came back, and then I was sleeping. So other than that, I was, you know, fine the rest of the day. Nothing normal, you know, an average Sunday. Just did homework, nothing bad. So my roommate goes out and goes to the shower, get cleaned up, go to bed, you know, what have you. So he had already left. So me thinking, you know, still in the room or something like that. I thought he was still in the room. I didn't really know. But all of a sudden, at the corner of my bed, I felt someone pushing down on it. Now, I thought that was Joe, like maybe putting on his flip-flops, using my bed as like support or something like that. So I look up. There's no one there. Wow. And
dude.
So it just gets weirder from here. So I brushed it off. I was like, that's weird. But I was just like, oh, you know, maybe I'm just hallucinating. Yeah, I hallucinate. Get a little water, swig of water, and head back to bed. So you know, I go back to bed. Everything's fine. It's about 2 a.m, I think. I wake up, and like this is what I'm imagining. I can't make this up. I really can't. I imagine there's someone in the corner of my bed, like curled up in like a fetal position, like a girl, and I imagine there's another girl, like a creepy possessed thing, sleeping in Joe's bed with him.
Wow. And Joe's here at this point?
I cannot make this up.
Is Joe sleeping with
Joe? Yeah, Joe's in the room.
Okay.
Joe's in the room with me. So I woke up. I walked over to his bed. This is not me doing this. This is
your thoughts.
This is my thoughts, but it happened in real life. It was just uncontrolled walking over there. It actually happened.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I walked over, And I if this is his bed right here, I was over the bed looking down on him, and I felt like blurry, like I was almost like dizzy walking back and forth, and I could not make that up.
Wow.
So I was listening. So this ghost, I was listening. I was like, she, I call her she, because she kept coming back and kept coming back. So
this is like the same one every time.
Same person. So I was listening to the Beatles one night, and Eleanor Rigby came on, so I named her Eleanor.
Oh.
So I referenced her as Eleanor. Okay. So Eleanor, one day I was taking. This is the last time I took a nap down here, because I was just.
You're just like, no.
I can't do it. I just can't do it because.
This was the day that I came into your room and you were napping.
Not that day.
Okay.
No.
He took another nap.
Yeah, I took a. Yeah, she cooled off after a while.
Okay, cool.
But so I was taking a nap, and in my dream I was like, the AC was on, but the AC was playing Beatles, like old gramophone Beatles music, in the AC, and in my dream I envisioned like I was going down like to the tunnels of hell.
So weird.
I woke up like that. And I woke up like the AC still sounding like a Beatles song called Anna.
Yeah.
And it's that faint, that old, what they used? They used Rickenbacker.
Oh, yeah.
Rickenbacker guitar. That whole tune, if you ever listen to the beginning of that tune, that's what it sounded like in the AC, but real rustic and like an old gramophone.
Yeah, like really grainy and warm.
Yeah, so I imagined that, and I was just like, this is too freaky. So after that, I cooled off from taking naps.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, naps, man. Those things will get you. Naps. You have the craziest dreams on naps.
Yeah,
you wake up, you're covered in sweat. Naps get me, man. I almost don't take them because of that.
I don't know. I'm a big napper.
I like the nap.
You know me, Devon. I don't
he doesn't.
nap.
He never takes naps.
I like
never
the nap.
Yo, that kind of reminds me of a dream. Devon can vouch for me. Okay, so this was probably 3 months ago. I was sleeping up here. It was just a normal night. And I'd had some like weird dreams like the night before, but like nothing I can remember. It was just like weird dreams. And I was sleeping up here. And all of a sudden, like, it just felt like a normal dream, I was standing on the beach. And I was hanging out with my cousin. And then, like, all of a sudden, there's, like, these creatures, like, these really, really tall creatures. I mean, it's weird, but for a dream, it's not, like, scary.
Yeah, it's just
But there's, like, these really, really tall, like,
shrug
dinosaurs, like, walking, but they're walking through, like, parallel to the beach, through the water. Like, they're so tall that they can step through the ocean and, like, just keep walking. And, like, I was like, whatever. Like, I kind of knew it was a dream, so I was like, whatever. And then, like, this clouds start rolling in, and it's like thunder clouds, like a storm, like a really bad storm's coming. So like that, like kind of like impending feeling you get whenever you see a storm coming. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, I started feeling that, and then like the waves started getting bigger, and these giant creatures were still walking, and it was like like when you see something massive, it's like overwhelming and like scary. Yeah. Well, I started feeling that, and I started like getting panicky, and then like I teleported from like the shoreline up to this tower, and at this point, like it started feeling like real, like I was no longer in control of the dream. And so like I was up in this like on top of this tower looking down at the beach at the same scene that I had just seen, and then like the tower like became colorful and like geometric, and like it started to fractalize, like it started to like become like
that makes sense.
Weird. Yeah. I don't even
like
know.
Layered.
And like it was like a jungle gym of colors and shapes, and like I fell into it. And I was inside of this, and like it felt like the only thing that I can explain as like it was more real than real. Mm-hmm. Like it felt more real than being here, like talking to you guys.
Yeah.
And I was in this, and like then this. I call it a being. because I'm not going to say it's like a creature. It was like nothing I've ever seen before, but like I knew that it was its own being. It was directly in front of my vision, and it had like a wide head. Its head was like narrow and thin, and on each side it had like 2 dots. It almost looked like eyes. And keep in mind, like behind it is like these geometric shapes and colors and patterns. And then it was like, it told me to look at it, and it said to do what I'm doing. And then all of a sudden it was like, look at me, you can do you can do what I'm doing. And then its head like exploded upwards and like became like all these different shapes and like geometry, bro. It was insane.
Yeah.
And at this point, bro, I was talking in my sleep.
Yeah, it was like probably 2 or 3 in the morning, and I was either already awake or him talking woke me up. And he was like, making
like mumbling.
Typical,
I was just mumbling.
Typical noises.
That's like a story you'd hear from like someone that's like done acid or like shrooms.
Yeah, it sounds like I was on like
that.
hardcore drugs or something.
Yeah.
But I was just sleeping.
He was just
sleeping. And yeah, like but like that feeling, like whenever it was like, watch me, you can do this too. Like it was like showing me what to do. And it did that, and like it looked like a crown almost came out of its head and like exploded outwards. And, like, it was the most terrifying shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, it scared me so bad that I woke up immediately.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. But that kind of reminded me of that, like, the weird dreams, you know what I mean? Like, you get, like, panicky.
Yeah. Have any of you lucid dreamed yet?
No, but I do have a crazy dream that I want to talk about. We're coming at the 51-minute mark, so I'll quickly sum up my dream and then we'll wrap it up. Okay. So, this happened actually last night. You're kind of creeping me out, bro. These talks, man. So it was like a normal dream. It was like some sort of like birthday party at I don't know whose party it was or like what was going on, but it was a large gathering of people. A lot of people that I didn't know personally, but like celebrities and stuff like there. And like we were talking like friends, and there was one of my family members there, but like every time I would try to focus on who it would change person. So like first it was like my dad, and then I would like try to really focus on it again, and then it was my mom. Like but it was one family member. It was always consistent. And then I kind of like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if I like moved over in my sleep, but all of a sudden just like my entire dream changed. And the very vivid thing I remember, I was in this room. It was narrow, so it was longer than it was wide. And at one end, it was just like a dark, like it was darkness. And then, but like on the ceilings, it was white walls, and it was a white ceiling, and on the ceiling, there was like a light, but it was like kind of dim. Like it was like the lights that we have in here before you take the thing off of them. It was like that same sort of unsettling dim light. And where I was by the door, and it was a white door too, but it was locked with like a chain. It was like a latch chain. The chain was spray painted white and was rusting. Some of the paint was falling off, and the floor was like just straight concrete. And the only thing I remember was like, in my mind, I said, "Do I have to do this?" And then I just picked something up and just started bashing the door, and then I just woke up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know if that like has any meaning, but I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that one.
Some people say that all dreams have meanings, but I'm telling you what, the dream that I had, the only meaning I felt was sheer terror.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. Dreams are weird because like your dream might be about something that's not that scary. Like what I described was not that scary.
Oh no!
Yours was terrible. That would just scare me because it's a scary topic. But like dreams are weird because like they can scare the crap out of you, out of nothing. Like you could be dreaming about literally nothing, and you have like these weird impending doom feelings.
Yeah.
Oh, that's definitely what I felt. It was like impending doom. Like I was banging on that door for my life.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't really know why I said, "Do I have to do this?" Like, I had an option. Yeah. Like, I was locked in a room with impending doom. Like, I don't know what the repercussions of not doing it were. But
it's weird.
I lucid dreamed once.
Really?
And it was, I don't know why, but I felt obligated that I had to go punch someone in my lucid dream.
Hey.
So that was what I wanted to do. I could have done anything. I just felt like I just want to go. I've never beaten up anybody.
Yeah.
I never had to.
Oh yeah.
I guess if I had to, I had to, but I've never had to. So, or at least attempted to try to beat up somebody.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
But in my dream, I saw this dude and I'm gonna go punch him, like,
Just gonna deck this
because I could do it. I was
Yeah.
like, I was
It's a
like,
dream. Why not?
yeah, I was gonna like, it's a dream. Doesn't matter. I don't care if I get beat up. Like, it's not gonna affect me.
Yeah.
So I went over to him. Sure enough, I punched him real weak.
Oh yeah.
Like, it was just kind of like a little.
Like you're trying really hard, but you couldn't do it.
It was like a
like punching underwater.
if you were like to tap on something's
Yeah.
shoulder, that's what it felt like I did to him. So it's like I didn't hardly do anything. I didn't feel satisfied by it, but I was just like, this kind of sucks. I'd rather just let it naturally, whatever. I was like, this is awful. I hated it. But I've only lucid dreamed maybe once, maybe twice. But if I had, I don't remember the other ones. But
I don't think I've ever lucid dreamed.
I never have.
I've
tried.
I've heard a fact about dreams. Sorry to interrupt. I heard a fact about dreams. Each person you see in your dream, you've seen in real life,
I've
whether
heard
it
that.
be on an advertisement of a billboard or whether it be a TV show you watch, like your next door neighbor. You've seen them in real life.
Oh well, yeah.
But you might not even remember seeing their face in real life.
Yeah.
But your brain remembers it and
Yeah.
shows it back to you in a
Yeah.
dream.
Well, because your brain can't make up a face.
That's
you
so
can't
strange.
just create something it's never seen before.
Which is weird. Like, does that go with everything? Like, your brain can't make up a color, right?
Yeah.
Your brain can't make up, like, a new... I mean, it could make up a new shape.
So we
I
hardly...
mean, I don't know, can it?
I mean, you just draw it on the paper.
Dr. Bennington, do we know?
If what?
If we do we know much about the brain? Yeah,
Do we
actually,
know
I don't
much
think
about
we.
the
I don't
brain?
think we know much about the brain.
I don't think so.
It's like we know more about the moon than we do the ocean's surface.
The moon's boring. There's nothing on the moon. We need to go to Mars.
It's got gravity. It's craters. There's water on the
like
moon.
it.
Think about that. There's water on
Yeah,
the
but
moon.
like there's.
Yeah, but you're right.
dust.
Fossil
we don't
fuels
know
on the
much
moon?
about
Nothing.
the ocean. Like, that's kind of a
That is
terrifying
terrifying.
concept.
I think we know less about Australia than we do about like a lot of other stuff too. Like Australia is like
Australia is like a wild, wild, wet. Like, I mean,
I think a lot of it hasn't been.
a lot of it's like
covered yet.
wild still.
I gotta say, everyone's just kind of plays it off like kangaroos and a mate,
But no, it's crazy down there.
yeah.
Big old spiders.
They
I
have-
don't mess with those.
It's the UK's version of Texas.
I have two
Yeah.
things I want to do
Yeah.
when I go to Australia. I want to go out in the outback of
course.
Australia where there's no light pollution, and I want to see the
Dude.
Milky Way for my first time.
Yes.
So that's a biggie.
Can't you do that on a cruise ship?
Do what?
Like, you can see, like, the Milky Way on a cruise ship sometimes?
Oh, I have no clue. I'm sure.
Possibly, I just don't know how, because they still have to keep lights on. In each,
Yeah.
I mean, you could have a farm light, and that blocks out tons of starlight.
Yeah.
Because it's light pollution.
That would be cool to go to, like, in the middle of the desert, the outback.
I wanna go to
Dude,
space
lay on your
so
back,
bad.
see
Yeah,
the
space.
stars.
Oh, I wanna go to
That'd be
space
awesome.
so
Yeah, now
bad.
my second
I
would
don't.
be...
That's
I
terrible.
want to go to space so
My
bad.
second would be the Great Barrier Reef before it goes extinct,
Yeah,
because it's kind of dying off right now.
true.
But
Dude, oh my gosh, what I'd do to be in like a fighter jet, like barely breaking the atmosphere.
Pete
like-
Davidson, isn't he going to the moon on Blue Origin?
Dude, I don't know.
I think I heard something. How
he's
he's
going
care
to the
about Pete.
moon?
I don't
Blue
care
Origin,
about
Jeff
Pete.
Bezos.
I thought that they
Bezos
were
said he
just
was gonna
going
sign
to
him up?
space. Are they really sending them to the moon?
All right, maybe they're going to space. I don't know. I don't
okay.
know if they're going to
I
space.
don't know, though. I don't know much
I
about
don't
it.
know. I don't either. I want to go to the moon.
Crazy
Or,
to think.
Space.
Crazy to think.
I wouldn't go to
It'd be
space.
more scary to know that we are the only sense of intelligent life in all of space.
Or not.
Or all of life than to know that there's other life out there.
Oh, for sure.
Think about
Oh,
how
yeah.
vast space is. But if someone were to tell you we're the only life, only sense of communication that the universe, that
it's-
space will ever see.
It's
Yeah.
either a massive sense of loneliness and despair, or a massive sense of like helplessness and like terror.
Yeah. Well, like,
Because if there's intelligent life out there, it's almost certainly more intelligent than us. And if
I mean, that doesn't have to be necessarily true.
I mean, what are the chances that it's exactly as intelligent as
Or it could be less intelligent. I
Well,
mean, the universe
like,
is
if there
infinitely
intelligent
expanding.
life.
The universe is infinitely expanding. So
there's no pinpoint.
there's no end. There's no beginning.
Yeah.
We're just a random spot. You can't even. I don't even think you can really document our space.
Carl
universe.
Sagan put it best. He said, "We are a pale blue dot in a vast array of space."
Yeah, I mean, like,
We
all
really
we are
are.
is
We
just
really
one
are.
of those dots that
Think
someone
about it.
else sees.
Yeah.
The trip to Worcester to Athens is about 3 hours on a good day.
Okay.
The trip to space is about 10 hours to get to like the ISS.
Well,
So
You think it takes that long?
so
I feel like
how-
it
I
would
don't
take
think
less
so.
time than that.
Yeah.
so Voyager. Okay, so
It's only like a couple miles.
so
up
maybe
there.
a couple miles. So then Voyager, the longest
That's
outward
a
we've
good
got.
question. Let me look that up.
The Voyager, what we got out, how far it's gone, I've seen Saturn and all that. Just not recently, but
yeah.
in terms of
Okay.
time, recently just left our universe.
Yeah.
Took that long, and we're hardly even scratching the surface yet.
I mean, we haven't made it to Mars yet.
Yeah.
It says 400 kilometers is where the ISS orbits.
Oh, dude, that's cheese.
I mean, 400 kilometers in a car. How long would that take?
What is a kilometer relevant to a mile?
Well, they go like 100 kilometers an hour on average if you're in a car.
Yeah,
So it's
100
like 4
kilometers
hours?
is 60 miles. So that would be like 240 miles, right?
But you also got to think in reference. You're not going straight up. You have to track down the ISS to get to the ISS.
Yeah, you gotta meet it.
So that's what takes it so long to get there. Whether it be, the space shuttle program got shut down, but without the space shuttle program,
I was close.
you're taking a cargo shuttle like SpaceX or Blue
Yeah.
Origin or whatever they would send up there, and that's how you get the ISS. And you're basically at the mercy of all the flight engineers, all the aerospace dynamics, anything of NASA.
It could take 6 hours to 3 days. I'm guessing depending on like the mission profile,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you're gonna, your route or whatever.
Yeah.
6 hours to 3 days though.
That's
I mean,
not bad.
6 hours to 3 days.
Road to Tennessee. Take the same amount of time.
Also, it's crazy. Understanding all the cosmic pictures we've gotten, probably from Hubble Space Telescope, most likely. All the pillars of life and
Yeah.
the nebulas and all those pretty pictures you see of the cosmos. Yeah, usually from Hubble Space Telescope. Of recently, we're sending up NASA's sending up a new telescope,
Yeah, I saw
the
that.
James Webb Telescope.
yeah, James Webb.
Now, Hubble has only studied a very strict portion of space, not very vast.
Yeah.
James Webb Telescope is supposed to study
Dude, I
way
can't wait.
more and farther in depth and farther clarity than Hubble Space
Dude, I
Telescope
can't
is.
wait to see what it finds.
It's gonna be crazy.
The pictures are gonna be insane. They're like high def.
Yes, and it's an impressive looking telescope too, to say the least.
let's
It
see what
looks
this
pretty
thing
cool.
looks like. Let's see
Well,
this
we
thing.
are at the 1 hour mark.
It's NASA?
Yeah, NASA's sending that up. They're sending that up on their new space shuttle, the Artemis program. Or I think they are at least. Or maybe they'll send it up with SpaceX. I don't know what to do.
who knows?
They usually have those private contracts.
Dude, there's nothing more exciting to me than seeing this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
seeing space exploration stuff is
Yeah,
awesome.
but you don't want to go
me.
to space?
I don't want to go to space.
I
I'm
would
going to
go
be
to
honest with you
space.
guys. I don't like flying all that much, so being up in space and seeing the vastness of Earth, I think I'd have a panic attack.
So
and
let
I'd
me
probably
just
freak
let me
out.
preference to you, because we are at the 1 hour mark. So I'll
Yeah.
just leave you off with this. If you had the option, let's say a plane could give you the space experience. You could go up into space for 20 minutes, see all around, be in zero gravity. You pay a hefty
Pretty
amount.
hefty,
yeah, you
yeah.
pay probably a hefty amount to get up there, and then you come back down. And that was your space experience, like a ride at Disney or something like that. Would you take
I
it?
would do that.
You would do it?
Yeah. I thought you
I'd
meant like
definitely do
orbit.
it.
Oh, being like an astronaut is a little
No.
extensive.
If
probably
I was
wouldn't
smart
do
enough,
that.
I would be an astronaut. Easy. If I was smart enough, I would definitely do it. I would have no issue doing
The
it.
lifestyle, though, there's nothing like going to your cabinet and getting some nice, like, apple or some not dehydrated, dehydrated food.
I just think knowing that I'm on the forefront of man's discovery, I think it outweighs everything.
Yeah.
Like, I am just, like, I'm discovering new places for humanity to live.
Yeah.
That is what I'm doing right now, and I'm testing the waters.
Yeah.
I think that would outweigh everything, in my opinion.
Like Interstellar, in a way.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's a great movie, too.
That's a fantastic movie. We talked about that movie last week.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, Interstellar, how he goes in that wormhole.
Yeah.
That's pretty... That whole scene is insane.
Black holes are a whole second top, like, whatever. Whole set, like, secondary branch of this conversation.
Yeah, get a astronomy professor or something on.
Oh, yeah.
And talk some space.
Are there, like,
Oh, yeah. There's astronomy here.
An astronomy
Oh, yeah.
class?
There's I met a Norwegian. I was out one night, and I met a Norwegian, and he was an astrophysicist. That's what he was.
I really wish I was smart enough to be an astrophysicist.
Oh, that's what I wanted to originally go to school for.
And
then they were like PhD, and you literally know everything about mathematics,
It's so
along
hard.
with physics, along with chem, along with it.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. There's no
way.
way. But I mean, that's like think about Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's one of the most well-known and successful scientists, let alone astrophysicists. You know.
Yeah.
So,
Man. Well,
I think this is a good place to wrap it up.
it's a good place to.
it's
wrap
been
it up.
good, man. I'm glad you came on. Like,
Yeah, for
really.
sure.
Yeah, this
good
has been a pleasure.
conversation.
This has been a pleasure.
Definitely.
We
happy
accomplished
to
a
be
lot
back on.
today. We
Oh,
accomplished a lot.
So much. A lot happened.
This is great. Well, I appreciate you guys letting me on.
No problem, man. Hey, maybe you'll be on again one day, man.
Who knows?
We'll have you on
Maybe,
again.
Maybe.
For
I
sure.
appreciate it. Yeah, heck yeah.
All right. We'll
Well,
see you
guys.
guys next week for the beginning of the month, starting on just a regular discussion.
Yep,
And
we'll be having
then
our discussion week.
We got bracket week coming up. You want to stay tuned for bracket week.
Yes,
Trust
2
me.
weeks from now, bracket week. So,
All right.
all right, guys. Peace out.
See you.
See you later.
Stay good.